Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name's John. Today I'm going to give you a little first thoughts review on my 2020 Chevy Colorado ZR2 Bison. What I like about it, what I don't like about it, why I upgraded from my Z71. It's not really going to be your typical first thoughts review for a couple of reasons. One, we're here in this truck's natural habitat. Because at the posting of this video, we are currently under the coronavirus stay-at-home orders. So obviously an alleyway is not the perfect place to do a review for an off-road truck. The other thing I've learned is that despite the fact that I'm in my 30s, I cannot grow a beard, so the coronavirus beard is gonna have to go. But with that being said, let's get started. So let's talk about what I do like about the truck, and we're gonna start from kind of purely an appearance package standpoint and talk about some functionality. So AAV did an amazing job putting together this whole total package. When you're taking a look at it, it's just super aggressive. You can tell from the front end with the nice big Chevrolet across the front. I know you guys with Z71s like to change out that front as well. I do think the ZR2, the regular ZR2, is a little bit kind of sportier from the front, but there's no denying that this truck just looks super mean when you're looking at it straight on. Those nice big AAV fender flares, rock sliders, and with those flares, it really helps pull together with a little bit wider of a stance. I love the AAV wheels. They look really super aggressive and sporty. Spray-on bed liner, a whole bunch of great stuff. And it really gets tied together with those AAV designed bumpers. They're just killer and add a really great, aggressive, but also elegant look, and also offer a ton of functionality. Specifically, when talking about things like angle of approach. I know with the regular G71s, the big kind of topic is getting rid of the air dam, and it kind of has become a little bit of a joke in some of the forums. And that thing can cause problems even on the most aggressive of parking lot curbs. You guys know what I mean. Extreme! And the first thing you do is cut that thing off. Obviously, with all the ZR2s, both the Bison and the regular one, that problem is fixed. And of course, that translates to getting over some good obstacles when you're out on your trails. It goes without saying, we benefit from the amazing ZR2 suspension. Even just driving around town, it's so much smoother than my Z71. I can't wait to see how it performs when I get out on the trails. So there's a few other little things going on in there, some interior stuff. I'll go through a little bit more in a second, but that's kind of it for the package, and overall I'm pretty happy with it. And let's get to some more stuff. So let's talk about what I don't like about the truck. And to be honest, it's not a whole lot. There's really only 4 things that I could find. I looked far and wide for it. And to be honest, they're pretty small. One of them is pretty mundane and pretty much only appearance. And it's actually the silver part of this bumper here. I just think it looks a little out of place. It sounds stupid. But fortunately, AAV has an all blacked out version of it. It actually has a low bar on it. I'm probably gonna pick that up because it gives me a spot to put the light bar up front without having to permanently modify my factory bumper. And again, since it's a lease, I like things like that. Let's see. A couple of the other things were actually, like I said, they were pretty small. I would love to have a power option in the back like the Tacomas have. I know there's some pretty easy options for that, but it would be great to see that from the factory, especially for a truck that is as capable as this. The other thing was silly. In my Z71, I actually had a power port inside of my center console, which was cool. With the new truck, it's actually better, and then I have some wireless charging there, but I did have some accessories that I like to charge in there when I was on the road, so I kind of would like to have that back. And then the last one is the legroom. Tacomas have way more legroom in the back than our Colorados do, and sometimes we were going on a long trip with some friends, and you know, they might be taller. It's kind of tough to fit everyone in there. So honestly, that's really it. I can't really find any other complaints that I could think of. If there's stuff that you guys don't like about your trucks, let me know in the comments, but I'm hoping that's a great sign. I had my Z71 for 3 years, and now I have this truck, and really those are the only complaints I can find. most of them are easily fixable. So that's really it. So let's move on. Talking about the inside for a second here, guys. There's been a few upgrades over what was in my Z71. Mainly there was the change in the upholstery. In the Z71 it was the leather trimmed, and this one it's all leather, which is great. We added the wireless charger, which was awesome. The AAV embossed seat headrest, which was a nice little touch. I like that. It has a nice little styling to it. And then the infotainment system has been updated a little. Not necessarily the hardware of it, it's the same, but the software of it is just different over my 2017, and I like it better. It's a little more intuitive, a little more elegant. So kind of really that's it. I didn't want to leave the interior out because there were some upgrades to it, but overall it's pretty much the same as my my 2017 Z71, which I was fine with, other than that legroom. So other than that, let's keep it rolling. To wrap this all up, let's talk a little bit about my plans with the truck. So it is a lease. So I'm not really 100% sure what type of mods I want to do to it. I think because of how capable the truck is, I mostly want to look at some bolt-on stuff where I don't have to really do any crazy permanent modifications. With my Z71, it was a lease as well, and I sold it to the dealer right before the lease was up. So in theory, I could have thrown a whole bunch of stuff on it and it wouldn't have really mattered. So maybe I'll do the same with this. But like I said, I want to keep it pretty simple. I definitely want to throw the peak suspension coilover kit on it and pull that factory rake up a little bit. I want to get a bed rack on it. One of the challenges is I do have a tonneau cover right now, and it's one of the roll-up ones. I'd hate to have to spend money to replace it, but it kind of limits me for bed rack options. I do know there's one from KB Voodoo that will work where it actually wraps around the tonneau cover and then starts above it, so maybe I'll take a look at that. And I'm going to want to get a rooftop tent on the top of it. A few other little things here and there, radio, some things inside for when I'm out camping and overlanding, and maybe some sort of organizational system for inside of the bed. Overall, not a ton I want to do to it. I would love to wrap it, but I don't think that's in the cards for now, but we'll see. If you guys think of anything that you think would be a great option for this truck, let me know in the comments. And I'll definitely be doing follow-up videos to kind of talk about where I'm at with the truck and what I'm doing with it. So that's about it. If you guys like what you saw, please subscribe, please comment below, let me know what you'd like to see. If you're on Instagram, go check that out. My Instagram handle is at TheRooster_JR, so it's at TheRooster_JR. I post a ton of content there, some stuff that's not just quite truck related, but really thank you guys for coming and check out. This is not your typical off-road truck review, so obviously I didn't go through everything. There were some things that we missed with you know, the lockers in the truck and things like that, but we'll get to that more once we're through this coronavirus stay-at-home order and I can get out and hit the trails and do some kind of more in-depth reviews. But thanks for stopping by, guys. Please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. I look forward to talking to you more soon.